We are calling our board policy meeting to order at 11:07. Can we have roll call establishment of quorum?
Trustee Betts,
I'm here.
trustee Nicolau. I'm here. Moment trustee Hinton is absent. Quorum is established.
All right, let's go to the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. At 2.4, we do not have a request at this time. So we're going to move on to 2.5.
I have no changes in the order of business.
All right, no changes in order of business. 2.6 is acceptance of the minutes of the March 30th, 2026 Board Policy Committee meeting.
So moved.
I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
I love this.
Hey, are there any public comments? Seeing no member of the public here, I'm gonna say no. All right.
We should get pedicures out of here.
All right. 3.1 administrative procedures. So let's see, we have administrative procedures and any revisions since the last time that have been provided. Let's see, I don't think there's any action item here, is there?
No.
We're just listing them.
They're provided during your review of the second reading, they're provided as information.
Okay, so nothing happening with 3.1.
Yes.
4.1 is board policy second reading preview. Let's see, the following YCCD policies are up for review with the committee as a second reading. And I do not need to read them all, do I?
No.
Thank you. They're in the agenda. All right, so let's move to 2015 student member.
No edits.
Let's see. That's a good thing. Okay, so there's nothing there. How about the procedures? Any comments there? Okay, now we're at 2110. Vacancies on the board. Any comments there?
Nope.
That would be accompanying procedure. Nope. Okay. 2310 is regular meetings of the board. Okay.
Yeah,
There's,
I have water. Don't.
okay. Regular meetings of the board. Any comments there?
That was good.
I had one question on the back, lines 22 to 23. It says, we crossed out.
Is AP? Is
This
that what
is-
you mean by AP or?
No, this is the white sheet. Yeah, it's on the back side.
Oh, okay.
But lines 22 and 23, it says during proclaimed states of emergency, the board is not required to provide a physical location from which members of the public may attend or provide public comment. Can we keep that? Just in, or is,
2325 teleconference meetings. This
That
information
language.
is
in there.
moved into that.
okay.
Thank you for that. Would it be helpful to add that as a reference?
Yeah, let's
That
put it as a
makes
reference then, because, you know, if there's some threats or some violence or something, we don't want to have to be forced to give out our location.
So a C, we'll do a C also. Right.
Rather than. Thank you.
I mean, the reason I brought it out is because if you look at 4 and 5, it says all regular and special meetings of the board shall be open to the public, be accessible to persons with disabilities, and otherwise comply. So that it sounds like a contradiction to that line, those two lines.
23, 25?
Me too.
What do you think?
I think there's differences, but I think it's adding it as a reference is good.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right, 2340 is agendas.
On the back page of the policy,
Yes.
I think this is covered in decorum, but I recall hearing around lines 14 to 16,
Yeah.
when it talks about max of 5 minutes. I recall hearing that if you have 3 people saying the exact same thing, that there is only one. Yeah. A process.
Yeah.
for that.
But it refers to the board president.
Mhm. That he, oftentimes you'll hear, Dr. Richards, read a statement beforehand. It also can limit the number, we allow 4 minutes for regular public comments, but if it's a hot topic,
Mhm.
sometimes we'll go down to 2 minutes or,
Mhm.
and I know when we had the big budget cuts, back in 2010, we were in the auditorium, the public comments were limited to 1 minute. So we can allow that. And oftentimes you can have someone say, we don't want you to repeat the same thing. If the topic has already been spoken on, we ask that you please, not say, repeat the same information.
So there's flexibility.
Because
and
it
the
says
board
a
president-
maximum of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's say a minimum of
Yeah,
5 minutes.
Yeah, we need
Maximum.
somehow write some flexibility into this.
Whether if you have language
Yeah,
that you'd like.
Sure.
Okay, so we're not saying we're saying a maximum. We never say a minimum.
Right.
Okay, so that's really the.
So that's because then the.
You could say 1 minute, 2 minutes.
The president can say,
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
3 minutes.
I think I'm
I'm fine
fine.
with that. Okay, thank you for talking. that through.
That was a good point.
agendas, 2340.
I think that's the one we just did.
Well, I'm asking about the first.
No.
Okay. All right, now we're on to the quorum. 2355. I have one thing. How about you?
Nope, let's hear yours.
Okay, so on line 9, we say infeasible, and on line 14, we say unfeasible. I think we should be consistent.
Do you want in or un?
Yes.
Or not feasible.
Thank you for the grammar teacher.
I'm okay with in both places or,
Okay, fine. Unfeasible will change to infeasible. Un will change to in.
okay. Next year we can change them both back.
We review the policy, people.
I also had a question on 26, line 26 of the same page. It says before removal for conduct other than an individual's use of force or a true threat of force, the presiding officer shall warn the individual that the behavior is disrupting the meeting and that failure to cease the behavior may result in the individual's removal. Why don't we just say will? Because if you say may, it's like saying, well, we might do something and we might not. In the meanwhile, we can't go on with our meeting. So they're getting the warning.
The following
To
line
me-
also says may.
Yeah.
Presiding officer may then.
And I was thinking of changing that too, because I mean, what's the point of giving people a warning if you're saying you may or may not follow through with your warning? This
Okay,
comes
so
from
just say
parenting
warning.
kids, 3 boys. It's like,
Presiding
something will happen.
But yeah, it's basically you get
Yeah.
one warning.
Yeah.
If it happens again, you're out.
You're out.
Would then remove. Yeah. May, I wonder under what circumstances they made, they already warned you, you didn't stop, and yeah.
You're getting a
Right.
warning, and you don't get a warning unless you're disrupting the meeting.
So if someone's public comment and they're screaming and screaming.
Well, we had an
And what
example
we-
of that at a previous board meeting where
Remember the woman?
the individual was removed
Like,
by
where's the book?
Dr. Richards because he did issue a warning and then she
kept going.
continued,
Right, yeah.
and then she would be removed from the
Right.
So it does happen. Again, this decorum, it's basically really led by the presiding
Yeah.
officer. So the board chair really has that command of you know,
Yep.
making sure that the meeting is held in a certain way, so.
Right.
yeah. But go ahead to Will,
I mean, you can always
This
have,
is it, this-
you can always have grace and
Yeah.
change your, I mean, he will. They can always change their mind, but I just want this to be stronger. So that people know that it's not like
Acceptable, like,
Yeah.
yeah, like 1 to 2.
and then we're not gonna have more warnings, you know.
So will the board, let's just say a majority of the board doesn't agree with the way the board president is presiding over it, then are you going to say, you know, well, this says you will, so get him out, or who, the individual? I'm just throwing out a scenario.
If there was a weak chair
Mhm.
in the situation, in a
With what?
public setting was uncomfortable and wrong,
Mhm.
then I
Then you
would.
would
I would
hold them
say
back.
it is your role. You have one warning and this is what the policy says.
Yeah.
Because at this point, to me, it's about safety.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So I would stand there.
yep. Okay, 2410, board policies and administrative procedures, anything there? All right. Nothing on the administrative procedures? No, I'm asking. Oh, that was a question mark. Sorry.
I'm ready.
I don't.
Okay,
I feel like by the time we get to second reading, my concern is.
Mhm.
I wish I could say it. Sometimes things come to
Sorry,
me.
let me get your finance people in here, sorry.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
can
just-
can we
can you
do
just-
7150? I'll say, come on.
Yeah.
I'm good there. Okay, control of fixed assets.
You want to put it on hold till they come back, so
We
they can-
just asked
Sure.
finance to.
I mean, my question is,
that they can hear it?
yeah.
We were going so good.
I know.
I'm in the
It's okay.
discussion and I forgot that we supposed to alert
That's
them.
okay. Let's skip ahead. We'll come back to 6-8.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
7150 is evaluation. In there. Any? Basically says,
Systematic, is that?
yeah, I mean, this is what I've always wanted.
Yep.
Okay, any changes?
Now, so we work on that. It's clear. To do. System, nope. Good.
No change.
Is there anyone not covered by these three bargaining agreements or leadership team handbook?
Are you at 18?
Yeah.
Everybody's covered
Yeah.
by one of those?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have the faculty, the classified, the outside.
How about leave 7340? Looks like the only thing that happened was we had to change. We had to add the leave for reproductive loss.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
For revamping.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yes.
How about 7400 employee travel?
I think it's the same, hasn't been said.
On line 16, do we need to specify that we're talking about district-related travel? Because it's like, we don't need to approve vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can't go to Europe on your vacation.
Travel, all travel, all district.
Related travel.
All district related travel. God forbid we get a whole list of vacation.
I know. That's like, wait a minute. Okay, anything else there?
One finance, oh, that's it, we go back to finance. You love this person. What's that?
Did you have, do you have any questions about that one? The administrative procedure, my question is regarding the administrative procedures.
Unemployed travel?
No, this is on control of
Fixed
fixed
assets?
assets. I'm not a CPA.
Land. Well, controls, okay. I wonder where it is said. Do we have a clear process if someone wants to donate something, like I want to donate a car and it has to be assessed. Is that a valuable thing for us to bring in? You know what I mean? Because someone can just say, I want to dump that car, so let me give it to you. And usually it goes to the foundation where they assess the value and do all the work, right? Do we have that kind of process? What is the process here?
Anyone donating, they assess their own value. We
Okay,
don't
but-
assess the value.
Okay, yes, but who accepted, who does the paperwork, give them the
Finance.
finance does it,
Yeah.
okay. So
And
then,
if it's a car in a lot of trouble, it's probably helpful to automotive.
but sometimes not.
Sometimes not.
No,
Some-
it's not,
Well,
it's not, we have
Now we
in
have-
San Jose, so maybe we have more cars, I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like people give stuff. I just want to make sure that it is what we need, because, faculty go out, they hear something, they come back, so.
Okay, sorry. Pull Trevor out of another meeting. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
That's
I
okay.
just had questions on the control of fixed assets.
Yes,
So it looks like the major change is that now the threshold is $10,000
correct.
for equipment. And what happens when it drops below that?
So the federal government changed their reporting requirements.
Okay.
The five,
Inflation?
well, a little bit, yes, because that 5,000 number had been around for such a long
Okay.
time. And so because the federal government has said the minimum level that you need to record your assets at is now 10,000, we've adopted that. The idea with equipment, and I can show you my tag, this did not cost 10,000, but we still do some inventory of technology and a few other items, even though they're below that 10,000 marking. If this was over 10,000, it likely could have two stickers, or if it came from federal funding, it could have a different color sticker as well, so that we identify it as a federal asset. So again, when we have, I have to look $500 million in fixed assets or whatnot, right? All of our buildings. The 10,000 is an appropriate change for the size of our entity. You had a second question associated. So
Couple questions, just for clarification so that I understand.
so the widget that we bought at 10,000,
Mhm.
yes, we depreciate it over its useful life. But that 10,000 always remains constant. But if we bought something new now at 9,000, it wouldn't go on to our fixed asset schedule, but we still might inventory it for technology related purposes.
So then I was reading about the receiving, and it says, this is on the second page, line 32. After tagging electronic equipment items costing less than 10,000, receiving will key the tracking number and purchase order number into a spreadsheet for warranty tracking purchase purposes. Media will use this data along with the colleague system to see if equipment repairs are covered under warranty. Data may be purged for equipment after it becomes more than 3 years old, as it will no longer be covered by warranty. So my question was, is it still tracked?
So what's interesting, should this be third level on those lines, 32 through 36, probably should not be. And is this the administrative procedure? My computer, I actually have frustrations with it. It's 3 years old, but we've been through Dell buying 5-year warranties because that's life cycle of a computer is more 5 years. So, and how I was able to look that up somehow, even though I'm not an expert on this system, but I could see, oh, wait, mine's still under warranty till this date.
I can tell you why I'm asking, because we loan computers to students. And they may be under this threshold, or they may be out of warranty. And I've asked for years, like, do we get them back? Do we track them? Or if they drop out, do they keep the computer?
A couple of different stories. That would not be under what purchasing does as it relates to tracking for assets owned by the district. The computers that we've been using for the student loan program have all been under $1,000. I was going to say 500, but they did get higher than that. But they are not where my computer might run 3,000. The student computers are far less capable than the employee computers. So the only tracking that occurs there, and we don't buy the extended warranties and we don't do these sort of things. They literally are how we as a society have turned into it. It becomes a throwaway.
Yeah.
After 1 or 2 years, if there's any sort of damage to that computer, we're not having it warranted once it's out of the regular warranty from Dell, which is most likely 1 year. So the library, I believe that both colleges are tracking those students who get them and then who's returning them. But a lot of times when they're returned, then they're not deemed to be turnoverable. And we have heard from MJC that they are eliminating that program because now that we're, 5 years out of COVID, that they don't have the funds to continue to expand that program again.
Okay. That was what I was interested in here, because I thought it looked like, because I mean, we have so many of them, it may be a small amount, but it adds up.
It does. And we're,
They don't make laptop or those things that sustain, Leslie. At most, you get the useful life, 3 years is at most, that's it. So yeah, even when we gave out COVID, when I was at San Jose, it didn't work anymore. For the, yeah, so.
Well, it's interesting too, so many school districts now are getting rid of the free tablets for students because realize they're not learning.
we are, you won't see it until the June board meeting, but I just looked at the purchase order listing and MJC, I believe, has bought 219 more laptop bundles, and those are for their employees because the laptop bundles that we bought during COVID weren't lasting as long as we hoped that they would. And that's good, as we still have a little bit of those block grant dollars remaining. That means it's not coming out of the Fund 11 allocation to MJC to pay for all this equipment. So they've done well to spend those COVID block grant dollars down and to use a reasonable source of funds to help with that. So I wouldn't ask that this be pulled, that allow to move forward, even though the 3 years is at 5 years. I think we're okay with that, but I may move in the future to remove that out of here.
Okay. Yeah, and just let us know
Okay.
and bring it back. Okay, did
Is
you?
this
have
first
a-
reading or second reading?
I'm good.
Good, okay. Let's see. I was just thinking federal grant managers doesn't sound like a fun job.
It's not, it's, Lena knows, as we've gotten some of these federal grants up at Columbia, you really need to make sure that you know the right things. And so that's where I was talking about different color stickers. So we buy a tractor for the ag department, and then 10 years from now, they say, oh, we want to sell it. Well, we look and see that we initially used federal dollars for that purchase. We just can't sell it and do whatever we want with it. We usually have to reach out to the federal agency.
Wow.
Hey, do you want the tractor back? And they always say no. And then they allow us to repurpose those resources into hopefully a new tractor.
We have a tractor repair program. I know. And that's actually, I think, pretty lucrative from what I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, is there anything else? No.
Good meeting.
Well, thank you for coming in and
Wow.
find some things for us.
You.
This meeting, I gotta get the date for the next one. We have a.
Sabbatical?
Yes.
Required a policy meeting.
So the next policy board committee standing meeting will be on Friday, October 2nd at 11 a.m. If you don't have any requests for future agenda.
Just for future.
Nope, okay. I'm taking that as a no.
Friday, October 2nd?
Friday, October 2nd at 11 a.m. We are now adjourned at 11:32.